Good morning everyone. Bit breezy today. I'm in Nidderdale again. This time I'm up at Burnt Yates, which is on the Pateley Bridge Road. Harrogate Pateley Bridge. I'll be covering a tiny bit of the ride I did on Wednesday. Just a tiny bit of it in Markington. The rest of it is not the same ride. Oh, I tell you what, it's a bit colder today. And I've got my winter bib tights on, but I've got a summer jersey on. But I've got a base layer, but it is a bit chilly on the old arms. We'll be turning left soon off the road. At this crossroads. Yeah, it's quite windy. I'll have to do some wind removal on the software. We're heading down to Shaw Mills. Oh, it is windy. It's windy. I'm getting this shifter looked at. I can't get it looked at for a couple of weeks. Thank you to my subscriber who suggested a good place to go in Leeds to get this done. I booked to go as soon as they've got availability because it's really too stiff. And hopefully they'll be able to sort it out. I love all your comments, by the way, and I try to reply to them all, so please do comment. And don't forget to subscribe if you've not subscribed. Please subscribe and please like. Just helps the algorithms, helps other people find these rides. I don't earn any money from YouTube for them, but I'd like to have more followers, it would be great. So a nice downhill stretch to start with here, and then we go uphill from Shaw Mills. And I'll tell you what this ride is about, what the prescription for this ride is from my cycle coach in a minute. Oh, you can see the climb above. Yeah. This is just a shortish ride, probably under 2 hours. Under 20 miles too, I think. Here we are at Shaw Mills. There did used to be mills here. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was silk mills. So quite a cold breeze. It's a wind, cold wind today. What my bike coach wants me to do is up the pace a bit and up the heart rate on a shortish ride. And I've got my Garmin, yeah, it's started to pair again with the Garmin Connect app on my phone. So I can see what my heart rate is doing. Right, climb here. Oh, I haven't said where I'm going, have I? Going to BRIMHAM Rocks. That name always makes me smile. Cutthroat Lane. Not a place you'd want to walk in after dark, eh? Right. So we've done that first climb. Bishop Thornton, not to be confused with Bishop Monkton, just down the road. So we're heading to Markington, which I went through on Wednesday's ride. A small section of this ride overlaps with that ride. And then I turn off to begin the climb up to BRIMHAM Rocks. don't have any problem shifting down with this shifter. It's the shifting up onto the big chainring that is the issue. So hopefully Woodrup Cycles on Kirkstall Road in Leeds will be able to fix it. These are Shimano shifters, and they're apparently Shimano experts. So again, thank you to the subscriber who recommended them and suggested I give them a call. I'll get them to change my tyres while it's there. Put on the summer Continental tyres, which are a bit of a sod to get on. Hello. Interesting fact, I was looking up on Google last night, looking at Markington Church, which we cycled past, and we cycled past on Wednesday. Found out more about it, and it is a Victorian church. What's interesting, I think it was commissioned by the eldest son of William Wilberforce, the guy who helped to abolish the slave trade in the UK. The Wilberforces lived, and I think they still do live, at Markington Hall, which we also cycled past on Wednesday. Markington. So that's an interesting fact, but the church is not as complete as it was when it was first built, because I think there have been a couple of fires there. It's had to have restoration work done as a result. We go straight ahead here, heading to Markington. Crossing this is the main road to Fountains Abbey, where most of the traffic goes. And where my son will be going today, he's doing a walk at, he won't be going that way, he's doing a walk at BRIMHAM Rocks, not Fountains Abbey. Trying to keep my heart rate up, even on the flat bits. I think my coach said minimum of 135, which it is at the moment. Obviously you have to pay attention to the road surface and the traffic and other things that might slow you down. and descents, of course. We will be doing a nice descent from BRIMHAM Rocks later on. You can just see Markington Church there, his little bell tower. Here we are at Markington. We're coming in to it in the opposite direction from Wednesday, but we'll be turning left past the church, doing that same bit of road that we did on Wednesday. If you've seen my video where I cycled around the Fountains Abbey area on Wednesday, on a day just like today. Excuse me. Nice and sunny, but also a bit breezy. So it's left here. This is the little chapel, the church that I was talking about. and the vicarage, which we passed as well on Wednesday. I don't think I'll be doing as much talking on this ride because my coach says he wants me to be out of breath. That building up there, that's not Markington Hall, I don't think. It is a stately home, or it was. It's the Yorkshire Riding Centre now. On one of my bike ride videos from a few years back, I cycled down past that off road. It was very muddy. Do check out my past bike ride videos, they go back quite a long way. The earlier ones, before the GoPro camera, aren't as good quality. And before I subscribed to Power Director video editing suite. But when we get to the junction where we went right on Wednesday, we'll be going left. We'll be joining the Way of the Roses route again, but in the opposite direction. Way of the Roses, as a reminder, is a cycle route that goes all the way from Morecambe in Lancashire on the west coast to Bridlington in East Yorkshire on the east coast. This is the junction. Well, we go left this time. So we go up, down a bit before beginning the ascent up to BRIMHAM Rocks, which is quite lengthy. Great to cycle down. I did it last year. I cycled down. I did an extended version of this ride in the opposite direction. I didn't record it though, so that's another one for me to do later on. Thank you to all who've watched my Saltaire video. The terrain around here is completely different, isn't it, from the Pennines above Saltaire in Keighley, Bronte country, totally different. Few lambs in that field, and others waiting to be born, I imagine. Oh, 2 little black lambs, how sweet. Which reminds me, I must watch this week's episode of the Yorkshire Vet. I do a lot of cycling in Yorkshire Vet's country too, as you will know if you've subscribe to my videos. There's a little pony in that field with all the sheep and lambs. Oh, I wonder what the pony thinks he or she is a sheep. How sweet. Tiny pony. Before too long there's a short, sharp climb. But nothing like the climbs in the Saltaire video. Do check it out if you haven't checked it out already. I've done a shorter version too, which just has the stretch along the canal on the last hour. of the route. Leeds-Liverpool Canal. Yeah, that's another ride I need to do. A bit further on Leeds-Liverpool, where you go on it for a very, very brief stretch at Barnoldswick, which locals pronounce Barlick, which is in Lancashire. There's only one thing that might put paid to my cycling plans for this summer, and I'll tell you what that is in a moment. I think we're coming up to the short, sharp climb. Climb up to a junction. I'm pretty sure we go right here. We follow the Way of the Roses route now all the way past BRIMHAM Rocks. We get off this semi-main road soon. Yeah, at some point this year, I'm going to need an operation, which will mean 6 weeks rest, unfortunately. So, I don't know when that is yet. I've got an appointment the week after next to find out more. I don't want to rest over the summer, unless of course it turns out to be a horrible summer. I will of course have to build up my strength again after that. So we shall see. We go left where that black van just came out. Well, 6 weeks rest will give me plenty of time to play my recorder. My recorder videos also feature on my channel, as you probably noticed, under a different playlist. Right, we go left here. And there's a few descents, but it's mainly a climb now. So I really should focus on that. I will also be doing the Leeds-Liverpool Canal on a very short section from Leeds to Saltaire and back at some point over the next week or so. I'll cycle to pick up my recorders from the early music shop at Saltaire, where they are being serviced at the moment. Shout out to the other cycling recorder player who got in touch on the comments. Great to hear from you. I'm not the only one. So if I end up having to stay at home for 6 weeks and rest, then my recorder playing will improve exponentially. And I'll do millions of recorder videos instead of cycling ones. I will be doing another ride over the weekend, which I will video, which is going to be a longer but easy going ride around the York area, some of which I've covered before. But it's good to see it in different seasons. If I have to take 6 weeks rest, of course, I won't be able to go to North Devon with my bike. Let's hope I can squeeze that in before. we are obviously still climbing, and we'll be climbing for a bit now. Beautiful course. We saw a lot of that on a coastal walk in Exmoor. There's a little video in my playlist from that. That was about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Bit of tree felling here, by the looks of it. Bit of a deceptive descent here. Not finished climbing. Well, BRIMHAM Rocks are coming into view over there. So, not too far to go. More pretty gorse. Such a pretty plant. Always makes me think of coastal walks down in the southwest. And when the heather comes out, you get the purple heather and the yellow gorse together. Stunning. I think we've done the biggest section of the climbing. There will be more to come later on in the climb back up to Burnt Yates. But there will be obviously mini climbs. It's not going to be flat round here. Just trying to keep my heart rate up a bit by not taking it too easy. And this is not a fast bike. It's not terribly light. the tyres are wider than you'd have on a road bike. This is an adventure stroke gravel bike, and as I said, at the moment I've got the winter tyres on, which have a tread which slows you down too, and they're quite heavy. But I'm not into speed really, more a case of fitness. Which is why I like doing hills. And I certainly got my fair share of hills on Monday, didn't I, at the above Saltaire. Right, yeah, we come to the junction here, downhill towards BRIMHAM Rocks, which are over there on the left. Still following the way of the road as its routes. So at some point this afternoon my son's going to be walking up to here, so I wonder if we'll meet him. Probably not yet, he's probably still having his lunch at home. So we're coming up to BRIMHAM Rocks on the right, owned by the National Trust. You can clamber around on them, but you have to pay to park in the National Trust car park, unless you can find somewhere else to park. This will be busy at the weekend. It's Friday today. I know. Interesting rocks. Later in the year you'll get heather all over here on the left. And on the right. This is the National Trust car park there. I think there's a cafe, I'm not sure. Probably not open all year round. So here at the junction we go left to Burnt Yates, only 3 miles now, but it's downhill for a while and then we have to climb a bit. So let's enjoy the downhill. Wee. Bike coach said try and make this ride just 90 minutes. I don't think I'm going to do that. We're already at 80 minutes. We will be climbing again soon. Back up to Burnt Yates. Climb will be coming up. Oh, pothole. I think there's more of the climb later. This is a bit minor, isn't it? Climb coming up. Coming up to 90 minutes. Excluding battery change halfway around. We'll be joining the Pateley Bridge Road again soon as we head back into Burnt Yates. If you want to do this ride, there's a link in the description below to the Ordnance Survey maps online, and there's a free car park at Burnt Yates. I don't know how to share a GPX link in a YouTube description. If anyone knows, let me know. It's not something you can cut and paste the link to, really. So that's why the link in the description will take you to, it'll take you to the desktop version of the Ordnance Survey app website, but you can also view it on the app, hopefully. This is a good ride for getting your fitness up, quite short and very pleasant. Coming back into Burnt Yates. So I think it's about 90 minutes. I stopped for about 5 minutes to change the battery. So done pretty much not what the doctor ordered, but what my bike coach ordered. This is where we join the Pateley Bridge Road. And into Burnt Yates. Yeah, pretty cool. So thank you for watching again, and please subscribe. Please don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to like, and do comment. Nice comments, please. Helpful comments, not horrible comments. So we're just coming back to the car park. Which is just past the school. So I'll catch up with you on my next bike ride. Bye for now.